the war zone? Bright, welcoming, or a treacherous pit of booby traps? As we welcome all comers, brave or foolhardy, to the awful fray.
Let the wars begin!
It's here where hopes tumble, dreams puncture and sparks fly.
On me off, 3, 2, 1, Italy.
It's a hammer blow to the senses and a hurdy-gurdy ride to the absurd. It's Robot Wars!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Welcome to Robot Wars, the 7th Wars, the biggest robot competition in the world. Because when robots want to rumble, there's only one place to come. We've got the flames, we've got the chainsaws. It's the ultimate test of robot supremacy. We are Robot Wars! Tonight, Spawn Again are back, hoping for a place in the series semi-finals. So hey, let the wars begin!
Craig, watch out for the number 6 seed Spawn Again in Fight 1 with Chip, Nita Machine and Revenge of Trouble and Strife. Then it's Raging Nightmare, Top Bot, The Executioner and Rocks.
From East Tilbury in Essex and number 6 seed, Spawn Again.
Number 6 seeds fighting in their 5th wars.
Is this the same machine that you have had in previous wars?
It's basically the same design, but it's all new internally now. So it's sort of new electronics, new batteries, new weapons, new weapon control, new mixer. So, but yeah, basically everything's new, and hopefully it will work.
Luke, have you got any tricks up your sleeve for people that are fighting you?
People are going to need an arena re-entry device from now on, because that's the only place people are going, is outside the arena.
Torque, 4-wheel driven aluminium chassis, composite body, a massive 1000 psi CO2 flipper, and they've never failed to make a series semi-final.
From Prestatyn in Wales, Chip.
Fought in the New Blood Championship for hopefuls, didn't last long though.
So what have you got on this machine then? What's going to cause damage to the other robots?
This disc here.
Show me it. And that spins?
Yep.
And that lodges robots' heads and smashes it. Nice one. What's your biggest fear?
Getting flipped out of the arena by Spawn Again. Yeah. We can work upside down, but obviously if we get flipped out, we're gone.
A fully polycarbonate armoured robot with a horizontal disc at the front spinning at 1500 RPM. It does work both ways up, but it's a fairly untried design and it's been unreliable in testing too.
From St. Martinsburg in the Netherlands, Nita Machine.
Once a heat finalist in Dutch Robot Wars, new to the UK Championship.
Boys, what have you got to give us in the 7th Wars?
What we've got is a pickaxe. It's nice and sharp, it's fast. We can lift 100 kilograms and some nice horns.
The horns aren't exactly going to help that much though.
Yes, but it helps us.
2 electric motors, 2-cylinder CO2 system for the axe, lift and Shremek, but the wheels are exposed, guys, huh?
From Belfrufton in Worcestershire, Revenge of Trouble and Strife.
Back for a 3rd series, never out of the heats though.
So what revenge tools do you have of destruction?
Well, we have 2 tools here. We have a disc, which is the outside body of the robot, which spins around, driven by a petrol engine.
Oh, petrol engine.
Petrol engine, yeah, a bit unreliable, but when it's going, it's pretty formidable. And we also have a flipper, which is the front bit, which is run straight off the gas tank, so a high-pressure flipper. And
petrol engines can be unreliable, can't they? And can't they blow up when there's fire around?
Well, if you're careful, you can, probably be safe. But there is a risk of massive combustion here.
a CO2 flipper, a 25 kilo rotating body spinning at 500 RPM, but the petrol engine slightly combustible. It's an understatement.
Roboteers, stand by.
So, to Revenge of Trouble and Strife, they're on the left, the Forsey family, Spawn again, Darren Haydenboard, Luke Jackman on the right. Chip on the left-hand side, captained by Rob Jones, and those guys from Holland and the Meter Machine. And there in the arena for the House Robots is Mr. Psycho. And Dead Metal too.
2, 1, activate.
Well, I fancy Spawn again here because of the record. And immediately out in the arena floor, you just heard a horn, the horn on Meter Machine. They're a good team, fun team from Holland, from St. Martinsburg, Meter Machine. And there with a snow plough front as well, and the axe comes down. Spawn again dodges and seems to think Chip is the weakest. Oh, goodness me, yes it was. They've had their chips. They're out. What an attack there by Spawn again. Bang! Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Oh, and look at the front there. Meter Machine's axe went as well. On Revenge of Trouble and Strife's blade, we're seeing again Chip's exit from the arena. They didn't last long, did they? Rob Jones and young Gareth, his son, and Tom Ross. But Revenge of Trouble and Strife very quietly wrecked Meter Machine's bid, I think, as well. And now Revenge is toppled by Spawn again, which has been going about its business. Can Revenge of Trouble and Strife self-right there? Peter Forsey and sons Jake and Sam. Oh, this is the power of Spawn again. CO2 flipper out there. Revenge of Trouble and Strife, 93 kilos. Wrights comes down, has to get away from Spawn again's flipper. Where's Meter Machine? In the arena centre, and the ref bot's having a look, and I think they're going to be counted out, which means Spawn again could well be causing damage to Revenge of Trouble and Strife for later on in the contest. Because I don't think those Dutch boys, Arthur van Ulf, Albert Bloemers and Wouter van der Ende, are going to be around much longer, do you? Meter Machine counted out. It was the spinning disc of Revenge of Trouble and Strife that did all the damage, and now they're in trouble themselves. Self-riding once again. They need to stay out of trouble. In comes Mr. Psycho onto Meter Machine. Revenge of Trouble and Strife hoisted Spawn again. Looks well on the way to another series semi-final, unless something special happens in this heat to stop it. Ooh, they nearly backed then onto the House Robot. Dead Metal and Mr. Psycho making mincemeat of Meter Machine. Revenge of Trouble and Strife stopped. There on the floor flipper. Meter Machine. Didn't really get off the ground. Oh, it's ruined everything. Can't get the floor flipper to flip it again now. Go on, nudge it out. What's that? Oh, now Dead Metal's got caught underneath. You're ruining my fun here. That's better. Although, isn't it? What's happened to the floor flipper? It doesn't look right to me. Meter Machine. Bottoms up. Pressurised by the two House Robots. Ooh. Towards the pit. Big Machine. Wonder if it'll go down there. Just about. Mr. Psycho nearly followed him in. The end of Meter Machine.
6. What a battle. What a battle. Chip gets chopped and it all goes messy for Meter Machine. That means Spawn again and Revenge of Trouble and Strife. They go marching on. Join us after the break for more Metal Mayhem.
And coming up, a real harem-scarum second fight. One wheel on that wagon. They'll lose their way. He'll lose his head completely. And as for them, well, they lost it ages ago. already in heat N. We've seen one of the most powerful flippers in the 7th War so far spawn again through to the second round with Revenge of Trouble and Strife as Chip and Nita Machine were tattered and torn.
Welcome back to Robot Wars. We're about to start the second fight of the night. 4 new robots, 2 about to wish they'd never been built.
From Clondalkin in Dublin, Top Bot.
Fighting in a 3rd Wars, never out of the heats though.
What's your biggest fear in the arena?
Probably a flip. When I get flipped out of the ring, probably be the most fear anyway, yeah.
The house robots, were you?
Not really, no. I think that the flippers, as the driver here says himself, the flippers are really, looking at the last matches there, getting flipped out of the ring, it seems to be a big thing this year, and, well, we'll just have to bear with it and see what happens.
A 64 centimetre, 30 kilo spinning disc there, made from steel and aluminium with 2 hardened teeth, 4 wheels on the top and bottom, low ground clearance, but front heavy, and the holes to remove the weight leave the insides exposed.
From Darlington in County Durham, Rocks.
KO'd in round 1 of the 6th Wars.
I believe it's a happy occasion today, Colin.
Oh no, you haven't heard that, have you? Who's been spilling the beans? Dear me, Carl, that's no good. Yes, it's our wedding anniversary.
It's your wedding at how many years?
16.
16 years, congratulations. So 16 years, you thought, I'll do something really romantic
That's
tonight
right.
for Jackie. I'll
Yes.
take us somewhere beautiful. I'll take her to Robot Wars.
Yes, that's it, yes,
She'll see
and why
some
not?
good fights.
That's it, yes, exactly. Better than Paris any day.
Well, I normally fight on my anniversaries. Has a hydraulic crushing beak, 2-wheel drive skid steer system, good driving and manoeuvrability, but a lack of armour and speed and vulnerable wheels mean ROCS will RIP.
From Coville in Leicestershire, Raging Nightmare.
Team fighting in their 3rd Wars, the robot, much modified though.
What have you got this year that's going to get you through?
The same flipper, so we should have the power. And last time we chucked 2 out of the arena, so we can do the same. But this heat seems to be a tough heat.
How do you prepare for a fight?
You don't really.
No?
No, not really. We just get out there and it just happens.
There's no exercises you do, special ones?
No exercises at all. We go out into that arena and whatever is in front of us, we go for it and we flip it.
That flipper can launch at 1,000 PSI, but the body armour is lightweight and they are limited to 30 launches on full CO2 loading.
From Hampton in Peterborough, the Executioner.
Mean name, Grizzly, beaten in round 1 of the 5th Wars, Weedy.
Okay, the Executioner team are here. Are you ready to cause destruction in the arena?
Just about.
Yes?
Yes.
What do you mean just about?
Well, we're a bit worried. Everybody else disc spins at 1500 and they're splitting robots in half, and we've gone and done one that spins at 4000, so it might be, it's either going to completely explode because we've not tested it, or it's going to do serious damage to somebody.
Has a vertical spinning disc powered by a 40cc chainsaw engine, can run upside down, no need for a stream mech, powerful drive motors, but petrol, they will be executed by flame.
Roboteers, stand by.
Raging Nightmare on the left-hand side there, captained by Nigel Patchett, the Executioner captained by Martin Nenedick on the right. The Anniversary Waltz team there, the Rocks Sivers family, and Top Bot Benny and Andrew Castle on the right. In the arena for the house robots, Mr. Psycho again. And Growler, his pet pooch.
3, 2, 1.
So we have spinning discs and lifters, thrusters, a crushing beak, an intriguing mix of weaponry. Top Bot there into the fray immediately with that low spinning disc has come off! The disc is off, Top Bot! Well, they have no weaponry! 30 kilos of spinning disc ripped off from the initial thrust. They are a toothless tiger out there as the Rocks team look on. There's Raging Nightmare, which we have seen before in Robot Wars, with its huge hoisting capacity, and the Executioner is on the trail of Rocks as well. Rocks with the razor-esque hydraulic crushing beak. The Executioner in trouble from Raging Nightmare. Top Bot basically trying to stay out of trouble, I think. Spinning and turning and you're not going to stay out of trouble like that. So close to the precipice. They want something to go down the pit. This is a great fight, isn't it? The executioner closes with rocks. The beak comes down of rocks. No problem caused there. The executioner, you can see the exhaust coming out. It's a petrol-driven engine, don't forget. But looks sturdy enough and has dodged the flames thus far. Rocks tried to get the beak in there, couldn't do so. Topbot still moving bravely without any weaponry. Psycho came in because Topbot was an SCP. His head! Psycho's lost his head! While all around you are losing their head, you must keep yours in the arena. And Psycho's lost what little brains he had. Topbot away. The Psycho's uncontrollable out there now, I would have thought. Raging Nightmare backing away. They all look a little bit perplexed because of the rampant Psycho hammering down on the executioner once and twice. And the hammer blow, I think, has wreaked havoc to the executioner's hopes. They're laughing and grinning, but I think they've literally been splattered into submission. Counted out by the ref bot. The only sane body in the arena. Over and out. The executioner gets the chop or the crush. Give him the chop. Stick that head on Traitor's Gate. Who was it that was responsible for the loss of dear old Psycho's bonds? The judges will have to decide who goes through, meanwhile, as we see the end of the executioner. 2 from 3 will survive.
6. Well, Mr. Psycho doesn't need a head. He does it all by instinct. The executioner definitely out. They're in the pits. The other 3 go to the judges. They'll be looking at style, control, damage and aggression. While they're making up their minds, let's have a look at the highlights.
Well, Topbot surviving to a judge's decision, but they had no weaponry, so therefore couldn't be aggressive. And to be honest, Raging Nightmare's flipper didn't work either. Rock's technically very gifted. Topbot's driving was poor. And I'd vote Psycho out of there for losing his head. Who will survive? Judges decide. Of course, the executioner went.
And the judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage and aggression. And in their infinite wisdom, they've gone for Rocks and Raging Nightmare!
There we have confirmation that Raging Nightmare and Rocks are through to round 2, and this is the way they line up therein. Rocks will fight Spawn again. Raging Nightmare meet Revenge of Trouble and Strife.
Now, at the end of the series, we'll be holding the World Championships, but not all countries have qualifying robots yet. So tonight, fighting for the right to represent their country in the war zone, bring on 2 more international robots!
From Canada, Terror Turtle.
For the New Blood Championship, machine of the Frizzell family. John, their dad.
From Switzerland, Snakebite.
It's very much like the world champion's razor. Machine of Paul Koch and Marco Streich.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Matilda for this penultimate World Championship qualifier. And there's Shunt 2.
3, 2, 1.
Terra Turtle has a 9 kilo spinning disc on the front of the machine. Snakebite has a crusher, very strong, crush more than a ton. The holes in Snakebite are so that it makes the weight limit because of the weight burden of the weaponry. Terra Turtle has a fiberglass shell, and that could be vulnerable to Snakebite's CF, crushability factor. You know the Robot Wars terminology by now. We've just seen their little JJ and Zaki Frizzell, 8 and 6. It's all tentative stuff so far. Oh, Terra Turtle's driven straight into the crushing beak of Snakebite, and there you can see the damage. What on earth were they doing there? John Frizzell, who makes it all happen, an environmental campaigner, in his other life has seen the maple leaf tattered and torn. Ooh, that is painful to watch. Crumpled. Canadian. Catastrophe. Even the ref bot can hardly watch. The wheels are spinning, John. But there's no one at home. The bite of the snake is venomous. A Swiss snake? No, they had such things. Cuckoo, wake up! This is Robot Wars. Anything is possible. Terra Turtle in the grip of Snakebite. Snakebite feet away from the World Championship. They need to push the turtle down that pit. Fighting for Canada. Though they live actually in East Sussex, the Terra Turtle team, these days. Snakebite from Wohlen in Switzerland are through to the World Championships. Well done, Paul Koch and Marco Streich.
Well, Terra Turtle hailed out of the competition, consigned to the pit of oblivion. Snakebite, the Swiss, they're through to the World Championships! Terra Turtle, didn't go very well, did it?
Not really.
Hello? Didn't go very well, did it?
No.
No. What was the problem?
Just my bad driving and their good driving.
What's the robot made out of?
The top is fiberglass, so we were kind of hoping not to run up against an axe or a crusher.
Right.
And we got one good. We tried to cut their hydraulic lines. We got one good hit on the back that missed the hydraulic lines by about this much.
Oh.
But a miss is good as a mile.
A long way to come from Canada to go out like that, isn't it?
Yep, but that's Robot Wars.
That's Robot Wars. It's the survival of the fittest, isn't it?
Yes.
And your robot was just a little bit too heavy.
Well, it's a loss for turtles, but we hope that turtles will be back.
I love the T-shirt. Can you turn around and show the cameras where it says on the back?
Oh yeah.
Turtles are predators. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ballistic for Terra Turtle. Well done. Well, your robot's very good. We can't wait to see how you do in the World Championships. You come all the way from Switzerland. They speak no English. I don't speak their language. Let's just say, good luck in the World Championships. These are Snakebites. Well, join me after the break for more chaos, more crunching, and more carnage when Robot Wars returns.
Our second round fights to come. Can Rock stretch a point with Spawn again? Or will it be rocks and roll over and out? And then Raging Nightmare bids to end the dream of Revenge of Trouble and Strife. We're back in a yodel or two. Before the break, we totally lost it as Raging Nightmare and Rocks got ahead, and Topbot and the Executioner, they got the job.
Welcome back to Robot Wars. Well, after some incredible upsets in round one, this is still anybody's heat. 4 robots left, and they're about to go one-on-one.
Craig in a Mo Revenge of Trouble and Strife against Raging Nightmare, but with the tough task of fighting the number 6 seed Spawn again. We have Rox and James with them in the pits.
Congratulations. A nice way to spend your wedding anniversary.
Certainly is.
Yes, is it very romantic for you?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Lovely and romantic, especially when you're through to the second round.
Yes, yes.
So did you get any damage?
A little few cuts and bruises here and there, but we patched them up, so we're ready to go again, yeah. A little bit of sticky plasters.
Just superficial damage, sticky plasters?
Yes, just sticking plasters.
The pits with Spawn again, they're through to the second round, and then the most relaxed roboteers here. Why are you so relaxed?
No problems. We're all right now through the first round. It's all the way now.
So you're pleased getting through the second round?
More than pleased, but it was easily done, Wayne.
Do you think you're going to do it?
He's going to fly.
He's going to fly?
He's going to fly.
What's your tactics going to be in there?
Throw him out the arena. 10 seconds maximum.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Fighting words from the Spawn Again boys. 10 seconds maximum, they're going to throw them out. Let's see if they can do it.
Rox. A celebration of love and marriage, here to cause carnage and damage. The machine of Colin, Jackie and Carl Sivers.
Spawn again.
Brilliant machine in the past, never failed to make a series semi-final, as I said before. There's Luke Chapman and Darren Hayden-Wall.
Roboteers, stand by.
Good contest this. In the arena for the house robots, Mr. Psycho and Sir Killalot. Goodness me, we've got the heavyweights in there, haven't we?
2, 1, activate.
Spawn again with the flipper. Rox with the crushing beak. Over they go. Rox, you won't actually believe this, is the heavier of the two machines by a kilo. Spawn again. Makes a nonsense of that stat. Throwing it high. Spawn again has only ever been beaten by good machines in the past, like Panic Attack, like Razor, and he's on top here. And Rox is tottering. Rox? There'll be pebbles left at the end of this. Spawn again. The flipper yawned wide open. Progressive. Rox pensive. How can they get out of this situation? They're against the arena side wall, and Spawn again is now underneath. Oh, I thought they were going then. As Rox bounced down, they fell on to Spawn again's lifter. Somehow, Colin Sivers survived. In comes Killalot. Into the CPZ, driving on to Rox. They're in all sorts of trouble there, but so too, of course, was Spawn again. And Rox has the seeds in some sort of grapple. Now they're dragging Spawn again away. And this whole battle has turned. Spawn again's CO2 flipper is no longer working. Have they run out of gas? Is it wedged wide open? The pit release has been activated. A gentle nudge did it from Rox. And Spawn again, to me, looks worried now. And he's trundling away, not speeding away. Rox is on top. Momentarily, Spawn again comes back. This is terrific stuff. It's not full on at speed, but it is intriguing. Look at Rox, they're trying to stretch themselves to self-right. They're being counted down and out. They couldn't self-right. Oh, that is a shame, but what a terrific fight that was. Two worthy machines, well matched. Spawn again the winners, through to the heat final. Oh dear, Rox trembling. Sir Killalot has them. Look at the fluid draining out of Rox there. Did you see it dripping away? Problems then. And on to the drop zone. Was that a washing machine? It was. Rocks, drum and dusted. That'll have your whites looking brighter than bright. Oh, thank you very much for that message there. I love Jonathan Pierce. I didn't know my mum was in. Down came the washing machine, crushing rocks below. And now Sir Killalot finishes off the job. A gentle sag and a puff. All that was left of rocks.
Cease. Well, rocks gets totally crushed, totally annihilated. Spawn again, the 6th seed. They go through. Well, rocks, radio-operated combat system. There wasn't much combat there, was there?
No. We did try. They were very lucky.
Very lucky? They were toying with you like a cat toys with a mouse. They kept flipping you over and flipping you over. I tell you what, you're a self-righting system. Unusual design, but it works.
It does, yes.
And it had to work out there, didn't it?
We weren't doing so bad, and then was it Sir Killalot chopped our arm end off one of our self-riders, so we went over the last time, we couldn't get back up.
Yeah, you should stay away from the CPZs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, we got
Don't
caught
go in the
amongst
corners.
a couple of them, and that's what happens.
There you go, though. 6th seed, no disgrace there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Rocks! Well, you're back again.
Yeah, we're back again.
You always flatter to deceive.
Yeah, we had a lot of problems. We was very, very lucky, I think. So had a lot of radio reception problems. So have to have a check of the aerial.
But the flipper's working, isn't it?
Yeah, the flipper's working well. Unfortunately, it was our saving grace, I think, in that one.
You've never been seeded so high before, have you?
No. Normally about 10th, 12th seeds. This is high this year, so.
Extra pressure?
Yeah.
More robots want to have a good go at you as well, don't they?
That's right. It's like sort of we was a bit concerned in the first melee fight because sort of being the seed, normally that's who everyone wants to go for. So, but it worked out quite nice. But it was like hats off to Rock's team. They nearly had us when they was over at the pit. So
can I just do one thing though? She wants to do that. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Spawn again.
So we have one heat finalist, Spawn again. They'll meet either Revenge of Trouble and Strife or Raging Nightmare. James with the Nightmare boys.
Raging Nightmare, you are through, of course, to round 2. How are we feeling?
very relaxed. We had a poor performance in the last round, but the robot's going to speak for itself this time.
So what exactly happened to the flipper last time?
Well, we're in the bullpen. We switched the gas on and it blew the pressure release valve, which every robot has to be fitted with, blew it clean off, and we lost all his gas before we even entered the arena.
But you got through.
Well, we did, yeah. We took it out there, we used it as a ram, we pushed them around a bit, we got lucky, and we're through.
OK, well, good luck in there, lads. What is your tactics going to be?
Straight at him.
Straight at
From
them.
me off, 3, 2, 1, hit him.
OK, what is going on here? Trouble and strife?
Yeah, absolutely, trouble and strife. We've had to build a new bit to replace a bit that got damaged in the last battle, and it's been a bit of a struggle to fit it. And time is short.
Time is short. Time
and it's pressure. It's pressure.
So you are through the second round. How are you feeling about that?
Not bothered.
You're not bothered, but is your robot going to be ready?
Yeah.
Raging Nightmare.
Well, they talk about the flipper, but they haven't walked the walk so far. Nigel Paget captaining with Markham and Lee Summers.
Revenge of Trouble and Strife.
The spinning drum is destructive. It's deceptive. Peter, Jake and Sam Forsey in there.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Growler, very quick across the arena floor, let me tell you. And Sir Killalot, mean, moody, magnificent.
3, 2, 1.
Again, very even this. You've got that spinning, heavy drum on Revenge of Trouble and Strife. And you've got the flipper of Raging Nightmare, this time working. Revenge of Trouble and Strife can self-right using its flipping arm as a self-right and turns Raging Nightmare over. And Raging Nightmare flips itself back right way up. That's 3 or 4 flips though from the Nightmare team, and they are limited to 30 launches. because of the amount of CO2 on board. So you can count along as we watch. There's another one, look. Now they'll have to self-right. This is all music to the ears of Revenge of Trouble and Strife. They bash. They have respect. There you can see Jake Forsey, 10. His brother Sam is in there, 8. You can see Raging Nightmare flipping again and expending energy wastefully. Lee Summers driving Raging Nightmare as Revenge of Trouble and Strife bounces away. 25 kilo disc spinning at 500 RPM. Raging Nightmare is the heavier over all of these two by 5 kilos. Ooh, they were in underneath Revenge of Trouble and Strife momentarily. 1.5 centimetres of ground clearance there on the Revenge machine. And Raging Nightmare trying to expose that, but they can't lift 93 kilos, and that is a problem for Raging Nightmare. I'd have to say at the moment, on that battle-scarred arena floor, they look to be the more aggressive. Revenge of Trouble and Strife is smoking. There is a problem with the electronics. The 24-volt electronics made from a golf caddy is the motor of Revenge of Trouble and Strife. And they are in major trouble now. I don't know whether Dad Peter and the boys can get it moving. I don't think they can they? Not by the look of that. That is CO2 venting away. It means there has been a rupture in the CO2 system. You can see there the pipe has come adrift, which means they can't self-right. They have no power. They're gone. They're pitted, and Raging Nightmare are through to the heat final. But another good tussle.
Well, fairly comprehensive Revenge of Trouble and Strife in the pits. Raging Nightmare through to the heat final. Revenge of Trouble and Strife. We've got lots of weapons. It didn't work though, did it?
Well, they both worked, you know. We're beaten on the day by a good team, really.
It's a good robot, but it just didn't seem to
really get going, did it? No, it didn't get. For some reason, we weren't getting the full Monty out of the engine, but I don't know why. Lumpy petrol.
With the flipper and with the spinner, you'd think, wow, awesome robot.
Well, thanks, yeah.
But you've got to go back to the drawing board and get it working properly, I suppose.
We might go back to bed, actually.
Have you been working on it hard?
We have, yeah.
And
it's still a bag of, you know what, really.
it's been a nightmare to get ready, but you made it into the arena, and you've come this far.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be this time.
Nope.
You're taking it well. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yep.
All right. We hope to see you back. Ladies and gentlemen, Revenge of Trouble and Strife. Well, what do you think about that, then?
Another win, another heat final for us.
Yeah. Can you go further, though? Because, you know, you're fighting the 6 seed Spawn again.
Yeah, we always seem to... We've had them 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And
what was the outcome?
They won.
Exactly.
But they got lucky.
It's flipper against flipper in the heat final.
It is, yeah.
So what's the plan? How do you play that?
You take every opportunity you want, and any opportunity you can get your hands on, really.
Yeah. So how are you going to handle it?
Just drive at him preferably when he's not facing us, but we'll go at him any time anyway, which is preferably we're going to get some good hits on him. So.
Yeah. Do you think you've got the strength to get him out of the arena?
Yeah.
All right then, come on, come and have a go. Yeah. If you think you're hard enough, ladies and gentlemen, Raging Nightmare! Well, join me after the break when Raging Nightmare and Spawn again join in what will be a flipping fantastic final.
Craig, it'll be an FFFF, a flipping, fantastic, final thriller on Robot Wars. So don't go turning over, you'll miss it. It's heat final time through Spawn Again, overturning rocks. You've got the washing machine treatment and Raging Nightmare eventually defeating Revenge of Trouble and Strife.
Welcome back to Robot Wars, where just 2 robots survive. And like this lot out here, they're gearing up for tonight's big heat final.
Featuring the number 6 seeds, Spawn Again and Raging Nightmare. Spawn Again, been there, done it, bought the t-shirt.
It is now time for another heat final. The tension is building. The Spawn Again lads, and of course Raging Nightmare over there. What have you got to give us in this final that's going to make you win?
Same as always. Flip them hard, and flip them out of the arena.
Flip them hard and out the arena. Last time you said 10 seconds it was going to take you. It took you slightly longer than that, didn't it?
Just thought we'd put on a show for the crowd, you know. Just got to get them excited, give them something to expect.
Now, it is Battle of the Flippers, this final.
Certainly is.
How powerful is your flipper?
It pumps out about 3.5 tons of force and goes off at a few hundred miles an hour, so it'll do the job.
Do you think it's going to flip there?
They'll flip them if we get underneath them, same as they'll flip us if they get underneath us, so it's going to be down to driving, I think, at the end of the day.
Who is driving?
Darren's driving.
Darren, you're driving.
I'm the driver, yeah.
Okay. Here they are, Raging Nightmare lads. We've just heard from your arch enemies in this final, Spawn Again.
Yes, from the old days, yes. They beat us in the last semi, so this one's going to be ours.
Right, what's your tactics going to be? Who's the driver?
I'm the driver.
You're driving. What's your tactics, young man?
Just drive and flip.
It's as simple as that. It's drive and flip.
Go at him hard.
Go at him hard. Never let up.
Never let up. Never leave him alone. Flip him, on him, flip him again till they're out.
So they've got just one more fight to prove their metal might. Prepare for the heat final!
Spawn Again.
They've fought in 4 series. They've reached 4 series semi-finals. Good team. Darren Haydenball on the right, Luke Jackman, the weapons man, on the left.
Raging Nightmare.
Who has the most powerful flipper? Perhaps the machine. Nigel Paget there on the right, and Lee and Malcolm Summers. Malcolm on the left.
Roboteers, stand by.
For this heat final, we have placed Mr. Psycho in the arena, and also Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Macho house robots and a macho display already of the flippers. Spawn Again and Raging Nightmare self-right. Spawn Again on the attack. Oh! What on earth was that? I think that was their pneumatic system exploding. We'll have a look. On the attack, everything's okay here. And there, and bang! That's the end of their pneumatics. Part of the machinery hanging out of now a flapping jaw of Spawn Again. And their whole Robot Wars campaign could have gone with that. That is the difference in a blink of an eye. Oh, and look, now they've speared themselves on the arena sidewall because of that part of the pneumatic system that came out. Well, you can be on top one moment and then gone. Completely gone. The arena floor. Spawn Again. A crippled machine out there, I'm afraid. And Raging Nightmare in no sympathetic mood. Spawn Again. Now you can't sit there all day. That's better. Down you go. Out. Raging Nightmare the winners, and a grimace and a groan for Spawn Again. They've never experienced heat failure before. They've never experienced mechanical failure like that before. That was dramatic. And Raging Nightmare are the heat winners.
What a turn up for the Bucks. Something went wrong with Spawn Again. Raging Nightmare through to the series semi-finals. Come here. Tell me, what happened? A big explosion.
The Rams give up. Just blew the end cap off. 3 years and it goes now.
Is it the first time it's gone?
It's the only time it's ever gone.
What caused it to happen?
God knows, just decided to give out the ghost. Sooner or later they do go, driving them in sort of the pressure they run them at, so...
You were looking so good. It was looking like it could even be your year.
It could have been.
Disappointed?
That is an understatement. Oh, no.
Something always goes wrong with your robot.
I know. We're not the luckiest as teams here. Well, saying that, we've been pretty lucky. Yeah.
Pop goes the weasel, wasn't it, though?
Yeah.
And that went pop.
Yeah, it certainly did go pop. And it's such a disappointment for everyone because, I mean, you've got a lot of people really wanting to see you do well.
We'd already said between the two teams we was going to try and put on a good show and flip each other around a bit and have a good fight, but...
It was a good show, but you were just on the end of it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I like when you were perched on the edge like that and it just went boom and flipped you over.
Oh.
Guys, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Never mind.
Another year.
Great having you back. Come back again. You know we love you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, great roboteers, great sports. Let's hear it. Spawn again. They say to win anything, you need a little bit of luck.
Yes, we had the luck.
Yeah, that could have been it there, couldn't it?
Yes. They're a very strong robot, but it's nice that we had the luck on our side.
Yeah, because they were looking quite tidy. And I kind of thought they'd take us, I must admit. But, like, as soon as it started, and
then it's over.
So you're getting rid of the seeds. That's the 6th seed. They're gone.
Yeah, we're over the moon. I mean, we're going to the semis. We've never been there before. This could be our year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please go hell for leather for Raging Nightmare! Well, of all the surprises and all the uproars, Spawn again at the Nightmare on Robot Wars. Goodbye.
Coming next time, the return of Bigger Brother, the number 4 seeds with some old friends. Typhoon, Hammerhead and Iron Ore. Already half the seeds have gone. Is another shock in store on Robot Wars?
Celebrities demonstrate how pointless they can be next on Challenge. Over on Pick, the search for Jackson's wife continues in Stargate SG-1.